Everybody, it's Diva with depression. A lot of you have never met me before, um, never even seen my face before. So, welcome. It's nice to see everybody. Um, I decided that I was going to take some time to come on and, number one, introduce myself. Finally, this is my first Facebook Live, so be patient with me because I have no idea what I'm doing. I just decided to come on. I was encouraged by a couple of people, so I'm going to try it out today. Um, First of all, my name is Dee Dee. Some people know me as Donna, and I am the Diva with Depression. I am a blogger and a mental health advocate. I started blogging a couple of years ago because I wanted to start talking to people, getting out there, expressing how I was feeling, but also letting people know that they're not alone in this fight. Millions of people around the world live with mental illness, so you're never ever alone. And in blogging, I've met some wonderful people along the way, and I've also got to talk to a lot of people. Um, and it helps to know that you're not in the struggle alone. Um, so here I am. Um, I also wanted to come on and talk about how people are really struggling with the pandemic going on. When you live with a mental illness, you are pretty much used to having anxiety, panic attacks. These type of things are a norm for us. And although they're horrible to experience, but we have learned, I'm going to speak for myself. I have learned um, when they may be triggered, how to maybe talk myself down, how to calm myself down. So there are so many people today that are living with these um, anxieties and fears for the first time, and they're having a hard time dealing with it. I've had a chance to speak to people who've reached out to me on social media. They just don't know how to handle what's going on or how to handle their reaction to what's going on. So the first thing that I want to say is turn off the news. Okay, just turn it off. Um, I haven't watched the news in years because it just got to be so depressing normally. And I come from a family that we watch the news 5 times a day and read the newspaper twice a day. So we had to stop because it had gotten to be too much, and it starts to um, mess with your mind a little bit. So turn off the TV um, because you don't need to have the 24/7 negative input coming into your house. You don't need to hear about the death tolls. You don't need to hear about the body counts. You don't need to hear about every single thing. You don't even need to listen to the politicians talking to you all the time. Download an app. I have Top Buzz, but download an app or follow one news channel on your Facebook or Instagram feed, and that way you'll get news bites, and you don't need to hear every single thing. Love you too, baloney. Um, the next thing to do is breathe. I know that it's very, very hard to do sometimes. It's hard to step back and just go. I'm always honest with people, and my insomnia is off the chain. It's off the meter. I regularly sleep maybe 3 to 4 hours a night. Now I'm getting maybe two, and it's up and down, and it's choppy. And I'm realizing and I'm reading that a lot of people are going through that now. Their insomnia is so high, um, their anxiety is so high that it's not allowing them to calm down. It's not allowing them to get quality sleep. And it could also be because now that everybody is home, you may be working from home, so you don't have that commute to wear you out. You don't, picking up the children, you're with them all day long, so you don't have that, you know other stuff to sort of wear you out. Um, so as far as the insomnia is concerned, um, most definitely speak to your doctor. I know that this is new for a lot of people, but there's nothing wrong with living with having these anxiety, panic attacks, insomnia. We're all going through it. So there's nothing wrong with you reaching out to your doctor and saying, hey, listen, I need a remedy. I need to know what's going to help me go to sleep. Now, of course, I have a prescription um, for different things. And since I am not a doctor, and since these are only remedies that I've read about or, hear about from friends, I know that melatonin is a popular vitamin that people, a natural sleep medicine that people take. So maybe you want to try that. I know they start at 3 milligrams, I believe, and you can work your way up from there. But if you try one night, I know that last night I took 10 milligrams. And although it didn't give me the best sleep, it did help me to relax. I have to say that it helped to calm me down to the point where I could just, maybe lay down and think about going to sleep. So maybe try that. Try lavender oil. Put some on right here on your nose or your upper lip and try to breathe that in. Maybe a warm bath, a hot shower, whatever you think that it would take to help you get a couple of hours sleep. Because I can tell you from experience, when you are running on no sleep, you are absolutely no good to yourself or anybody else. So if you are working from home, if you are homeschooling your children, if you are doing all of those things, you need at least a couple of hours sleep. So I encourage you to try to find something. My next thing is therapy. Now, I am a big advocate for therapy. I have been doing therapy for years. I mean, years on and off, but regularly since I had my oldest daughter. So that's over 20 years. And a lot of therapists now, thank God, a lot of the insurance companies now have started to pay for teletherapy because we're on isolation. You're in quarantine. You cannot go to therapy anymore. So a lot of therapists now are doing virtual therapy sessions. I had my first one 2 weeks ago. Yes, it is different. It's a big difference, especially because my therapist comes with a therapy dog, and he's wonderful. So I get to sit there and chat with her and rub him and, pet him at the same time. So it is a little different and it takes away maybe the personal feel, the intimate feel of it, but at least you have somebody to talk to. And again, there's nothing wrong with therapy. And hey, now is the best time because if you had a thing about going to therapy before, now you can just say, well, hey, I had to go because we're in quarantine, we're in a pandemic, I ain't got no job, I'm home with these kids all day. Let me go get some therapy. And so then that's your excuse. And nobody's going to say anything about it. They're probably going to ask you for the number so they can get some therapy too. But all jokes aside, it is a lifesaver. So call your insurance company, log on to your insurance company, see which providers they cover, contact a local provider, see if they will cover. They usually insurance companies maybe cover 20 sessions a year. Some of them 20 sessions every 6 months. Use your sessions now. You need somebody to talk to. You don't want to just keep holding all of this down. Um, this is big, guys. I'm an introvert. So my bed and my house are my sanctuary. But I know that if I can leave and if I have to leave, then I can. I'm a big wanderer. So when I have a hard day, when I have a hard therapy session, I go to Starbucks and people watch. I go to the Dollar Tree and walk around. I can go to the mall and walk around. These are the things that I do to tame my monster. We can't do that anymore. So there's nothing wrong with saying, well, hey, look, I need to talk to somebody because this is really taking a lot out of me. This is overwhelming. This is overwhelming for the strongest person that I know. And I have some pretty strong people in my corner. So that's how I knew that things were getting bad because some of those people are starting to, lose their faith, lose their patience. And And for me, these are people that I look up to, these are people that I go to, to borrow a couple of strengths. So when I start to see that it's affecting them, then I know that um, it's affecting everyone. So there's no reason why you can't get help now. Even for your children. This is rough for kids too, because I have two girls that are adults. Both of them are essential employees. So their anxiety levels are on 300. Um, so I know that daily I'm talking to them, trying to calm their anxieties. I can't imagine having a toddler, a teenager, a young adult. I can't imagine because I wouldn't know what to say. So use this time to get your kids into therapy. Use their sessions and let someone talk to them, because professionals, they know what to say. They know how to handle the questions. They know how to calm the doubts and the fears. Um, Parenthood is a tough job, and we love our children beyond belief. But sometimes we don't always have the right words to calm their fears. Sometimes our anxieties can project onto them. So, in order to not transfer the fear and the anxiety and the depression, maybe get somebody to help them. Another thing is, a lot of organizations are starting to take their support groups online, virtual support groups. Um, Thank you. Hi, Shauna Pooh. Hi, Michelle. Um, I volunteer with NAMI. Sorry, I lost my thought. I volunteer with NAMI, and I know that a lot of chapters of NAMI, and NAMI is worldwide, are starting to take their groups virtual. So now you can get caregiver support groups. You can get peer support groups, um, young adult support groups, teen support groups online. Um, NABI is one that I follow, that I know that they're doing in different states. Mental Health America. I just attended one of their virtual sessions yesterday. It was called Coffee and Conversations, and it's, of course, it's going to take a lot to get used to, because you're used to being in a face-to-face setting, but the way these Zoom meetings and these support groups are set up, you are seeing everyone if you want to be seen. The action is live, so it's, you're talking and talking and talking with people. So, it helps because, listen, take any little bit that you can. So, like I said, NAMI, I know here in North Carolina, Center for Emotional Health, they have virtual support groups for caregivers, adults, young adults, teens. They have loads of information. And so, take advantage of it. I know that it's hard sometimes when, you're not sure of what to do with the extra energy, and the extra thoughts. Um, some other thoughts are right. Um, that's what I do sometimes. I guess that's why I started blogging, because I wanted to get some of my thoughts down. Um, it doesn't have to be professional. It doesn't have to be the best. Just write down what you're feeling. That's it. If you can't talk to anybody, if you can't get in touch with a friend to phone or anything, write it down. It gets it out of here and it gets it on paper, and you can either keep it or you can throw it away. Or you can start a new career as a writer, write a book, or, blogger. You never know, to use it for that. Music, get those earphones going, guys. Listen to your music. Um, for some strange reason, I only listen to it when I'm in the car, but it helps. So even if you have to run out to your car and sit in the parking lot and put your earphones in or listen to some music, then do that. They say music tames the savage beast. Do that. Whatever you need to do to calm yourself down. Um, there's no right or wrong. No one has the answer. Even professionals don't have the answer. You have to do what helps you. If that's eating donuts, eat a donut. Eating cookies, eat a cookie. Drinking coffee, drink some coffee. Whatever it takes to calm you down, because um, you're doing more harm to yourself and the people around you if you don't try to tame the beast. Um, the next thing I want to talk about is oh, that's good, Michelle. That's good. That's you. You reminded me the crisis text line. Thanks, Michelle. If if you're like me and you don't like to talk on the telephone, the crisis text line, you can text them 741-741, I believe, um, and they'll get back to you. And someone up here will text and ask you how you're doing, and have a dialogue that way. You don't have to talk to anyone. The suicide prevention hotline, another resource, if you get to that stage where you need to talk to someone. Um, the next thing that I want to talk about is grief, which is very, very real right now. A lot of people don't know, but I lost my sister 2 years ago, and I was hospitalized after her death. And when I went inpatient, one of the first things that they did was send me to grief counseling, inpatient. And I didn't stay long enough to take it for a long period of time, but in the few times that I did go, there are two things that I learned. Number one, grief is never ending. When you lose someone, that is a forever situation, and they can't come back. So you have to find ways to deal with that. Whether whether you are looking at their pictures, whether you're looking at things that they wrote, whether you are replaying conversations, anything, you know, find a way to bond with your lost loved one in a healthy way. Um, I know that my sister loved butterflies, so every 5 minutes, every time I find a butterfly, I'm buying a butterfly. If I want to color, I'm coloring a butterfly. As you can see, my daughter bought me a butterfly for Easter. My earrings are butterflies. Those are things that when I see a butterfly, I smile because I know that that's her. Or when I go outside and I see that cardinal sitting out on my patio, I know that that's her. Um, so find a way to remember the happy times. I had to take a break from social media the last couple of days, and if you know me, you know that that's my link to the outside world, because Facebook had just become a daily death notice, and it was starting to wear on me. Even people that I didn't know, it still hurt me because you're seeing that this is firsthand. I may not have known the person personally, but if you're my friend on Facebook, that means that you're my friend or my family, and it's affecting you. And unfortunately, I did lose a loved one last week due to COVID-19, and it hit hard. Um, so I had to um, step back and feel those feelings. And there's nothing wrong with grieving. Um, it's a natural thing. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. The only wrong way is to grieve to the point where you're hurting yourself. So I encourage you to find a way to talk with friends, talk with family, maybe go on, remember what their favorite thing was. Like I said, butterflies. My teacher is the one that passed away last year, my fourth grade teacher, and this last week, I'm sorry, and she loved animals. So I was looking at doggy pictures the other day, thinking of her. So just find a way to cope, but don't let it hurt you. I remember um, my early grief was dangerous. It really, really was. And so if your grief is at that point, again, talk to someone. There are grief support groups online. I know that for sure. That existed before the pandemic hit. Um, the second thing is that grief just you don't just grieve people, you grieve things. Um, we have lost our freedom. You have to stay home. That's something to grieve. Um, you can't get your hair done. That's something to grieve. You can't go out and you can't get a cup of coffee. You can't go to happy hour. That's something to grieve. Grieve the fact that your children can't live normal lives right now. These are things that can be grieved also. It doesn't just have to be a person. So if these things are starting to wear on you, then find a way to release that. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that. I saw someone say that people were being selfish or they were being shallow because they were upset because they couldn't get their hair done or they couldn't get their nails done or they couldn't go buy a pair of new shoes. But hell, these are things that keep people going. There are people that they go to get their nails done. Self-care is a big thing in their lives because that keeps them from going over the edge. There's nothing wrong with grieving that. Um, I'm extremely close to my brothers. That's one of the reasons why I moved back to Charlotte. I can't get to my big brother, and he's in Greensboro. I can't get to him, and I can't even tell you how much um, I'm grieving that. I can't get to my family, and I can't get to my friends. I had to do a drive-by Easter basket drop-off to my sister last week. Um, these are things that we can grieve. We're grieving the disconnect. So don't feel like um, nothing's silly. You know, nothing is silly. If you can't get your favorite piece of pizza, grieve that. But don't let anybody tell you because there's a lot of people on social media telling you how you should be doing things and how you shouldn't be doing things and how you should be acting and how you should be feeling. Don't listen to anybody. That's your personal business. How you deal with this is your personal business. Um, if you want to lay on the couch and catch up on Netflix because that's what's getting you through, then catch up on Netflix. That's what you have to do. If you want to start a business, then do that. I am so proud of some of my friends that I'm following, that I see that they are starting their businesses or taking their businesses to the next level. I think it's awesome, but not everybody is built that way. I know the first couple of weeks I felt like an idiot because I wasn't building my business. It was all that I could do to make it from the bed to the couch or, watch a show on Netflix. So you do what works for you. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she's redoing her room now, purging or something like that. I wish I would have known that 20 years ago, but that's helping her. She's spending her, expending that anxiety by cleaning up her room and redecorating her room, or she's exercising with her friend virtually, which I think is wonderful, because she found a way. We can learn a lot from this younger generation. We complain that they're connected to their electronics all the time, but we can learn a lot from them. Um, but I think it's wonderful. A great friend of mine invited me to his Zoom hangout a couple of weeks ago with his friends, and I did that. My baby cousin turned 40 a couple of weeks ago, and we did a virtual shot with like 20 people. These are things that this is our new normal, and so if that's what you have to do, if you have to have Sunday dinner with your family via Zoom, then do it. you know, if you have to celebrate a birthday via Google Hangouts, then do it. There's no wrong way. Heck, if you figure out new ways, you let me know because I finally figured out Zoom. I just downloaded an app last night called House Party um, that one of my friends told me about. So I think that I'm going to try that out tonight. But there's, you try everything out. There's different things that you can out there. Um, you can't get to the library. A wonderful friend told me about Hoopla, where you can connect your library card to this app and you can take out books. Overdrive is another one that you can take out books. Um, there's so many streaming apps now, and so many cable services for free. I know Showtime is free for a few more days. Um, Epix, HBO streaming is new, is free. I think CBS. So find what works, guys. But please don't feel like anything that you do is the wrong way. If it makes you feel better, then it makes me feel better. Um, and I think that's it for now. I'm gonna try to now that I know. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Shauna. I don't know how to keep up with everybody that's on here, so if I don't talk to you, please don't fuss at me. Um, but I'm gonna try to do this more. Hi, Margot. Hi, sis. Shauna Boo. Hi, Missy. Oh, I'm learning how to scroll, y'all. um, these are my sisters that are in here, and they're a great source of strength too. So I have sisters that they will just text me and say, "Are you okay today?" Yes, and they accept that. As long as I say yes, as long as I answer, they're good. My brother, he's not so nice. He's gonna keep video calling me until I answer. But it's nice to have people check on you. Um, but I'm gonna try to do this again. This is my first time, and I have to be perfectly honest with you. I was scared to death. My brother, my kids, they're all sick of me because I kept asking, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? But um, I love blogging. I love being a mental health advocate. I love talking to you guys. I really, really do. It makes me feel better because I know that I can talk to you and maybe help you or share resources with you. So I'm going to try to keep doing this now that we're in this new normal and we are virtual. I'm going to maybe try to find a different topic a week and discuss it. If you guys have any ideas about something that you want me to talk about, then you let me know. You can reach me on Messenger or you can email me at divadep@gmail.com. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you would like to talk about. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know that I share loads and loads of resources. So if you have any resources that I miss, always feel free to share them with me, and I will share them with my audience because all we have is each other right now, guys. And in order to make it through this, and I know that we'll make it through it. It may get difficult sometimes, and it may feel overwhelming at sometimes. The losses are overwhelming, but I know that we're going to come out the other end. And sometimes if you read my blogs and if you see my posts, sometimes you say I'm not sure that I should be listening to her for advice. Well, let me tell you something. I've been struggling with this disease for over 30 years, and I'm still here, and I'm proud that I'm still here. I'm grateful that I'm still here, and I've learned a thing or two along the way. So, and being honest is helpful. Sharing your testimony is helpful because there's always somebody that can benefit from what you have to say. So I am grateful to be here every single day that I am here. I am grateful for all of you that follow me. I'm grateful for everyone that reaches out to check on me or to say hi. And I'd love to do the same for you. So if you are having a hard time, if you do need the resources that I talked about, if you need some information, always, always, always feel free to reach out to me. And if I don't have the answer right away, I am definitely going to find the answer for you and get that to you. There's no need for you to sit there feeling like you're alone. There's no need for you to sit there feeling like you have to um, bear the abuse of someone that you're living with. I'm here. And you don't have to call me. You could just write to me on Messenger or inbox or just find me somewhere and let me know that, you need help or you need an ear. I'm always here for all of you. For anyone that has lost someone recently, my thoughts and prayers are with you. I hope that you find comfort. And I hope that you do find a way to live with that loss and get to talk to somebody and feel better going forward. I hope that you find a way to deal with your current situation in a great way. Find new ways to work on that depression, work on the anxiety, work on your PTSD, whatever it may be. But most of all, guys, I am not a doctor. There are so many doctors out there. There are so many therapists out there. Please, please, please just reach out to someone and get help, because the world wouldn't be the same without you. We need you here, okay? So you guys have a great evening. Have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.